Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the March 5th, 2026 Accounts Payable Committee meeting for the Lenawee County Board of Commissioners, Lenawee County Government. I'll call the meeting to order and I'll ask for approval of the minutes of February 19th.
So moved.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Administrator Murphy. Is there any additions or corrections? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Minutes are approved. We'll now do the approval of this meeting's vouchers, and we'll start with the run from 2/26/26.
I have no questions on that run.
I think I only have one. I'm trying to,
It's a nice short run.
yeah, it was a nice, thank you for that, Paul. Oh, I know. There's a, what is the chair mat on, printing and purchasing? Do you happen to know the chair mat for Commissioner Tilton?
Yes, I believe that is, for an office chair that goes, basically those plastics so that an office chair can move back and forth easier.
Or at your house? Okay, that's, any others? Anybody else?
Nothing on that run.
Okay, then we'll go to the accounts payable run for March 5th.
I just had one on page 8. You may see it too. It's for Lansing Community College. 7450, the amount in the sheriff's department. And that's not tuition reimbursement, right? This must be some training for Spring Academy. Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
It's for,
Okay, that's standard for various
for,
people depending on their
sheriffs.
stage of advancement or what have you.
yes.
That's all I had.
The only question I had is, accounting department's doing a really good job because we don't have any questions here, but this one's more for the administrative staff, so for the administrator. Tell me about the probate judge. Who determines how he gets paid and how much he gets paid?
So we often have to have a visiting judge for various different reasons.
Which we have to have right now because of,
We have to have one right now in probate court because that judge is off on maternity leave. These assignments are oftentimes done through SCAO, State Court Administrator's Office. And what we are obligated to pay is what their hourly rate is that is established along with their mileage to and from. There have been times in the past where we have had to have, I should say, in this particular case, this visiting judge does live fairly local. And so he is able to come in and take care of the docket and go back home to his home. In the past, we have needed a visiting judge and we're not quite as fortunate. And we have had times where we have had to have a judge come in, pay them that hourly rate to cover the cases, and then actually lodge them in a hotel during the period of time in which we needed their services. We don't expect this particular visiting judge to be here that long. We do expect and are hopeful that the Judge Sala will be back in most likely the first part of May. We don't really have a return date quite yet. So it is just for a limited time right now.
okay, and so the state sets the hourly rate.
Yes.
And then, of course, how many hours you work is depending on the caseload over at the,
Correct.
very good. That was my only question, just trying to figure out how we're moving about that. All being out. Are there Any other questions on the run?
I don't have any.
Anybody else? Okay. If not, then I would ask for approval of those two runs.
I so move.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Administrator Murphy, for approval of the payable vouchers. Discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries. Other business.
I guess maybe that's where I come in. I want to discuss the per diems. Isn't very, most everybody knows that I wasn't here for a period of time. That period of time was the month of January. Didn't attend one meeting. In February, I think I've done 6 or 7. I turned it in this morning. But there seems to be quite a discussion about gotta get them vouchers in, gotta get them in, gotta get them in. Now, damn it, I got done in December on time. Everything was wonderful. Nothing at all in January. And I think they're talking about January, and I have 0, none. Heck, anybody in the world? Okay. Now, the girls in the office know. And in fact, they were told, Wilson ain't got his books up. I had my books. I've been at this job since 1997. Haven't missed, been a couple, 3 months behind, as all of us have. You know, and I realize this last year, I've kept it up quite well, and the reason I have is because Chairman Van Doren said he wants them in. I'm gonna try to do the best I can. I maybe got a little more time than I did years ago. But I don't understand why this big concern about me and my per diems when I basically, I ain't gonna turn them in until the end of the month.
Well, let me ask a question here. I'm getting confused. I mean, go ahead.
Commissioner Sultan, that is my error. I have a report that shows basically that you had not turned in January. I was unaware that you were not in any meetings in January. So when my report showed that, I was just trying to reach out to make sure you were in the 30-day window for January. That was just basically to keep in line. I was not aware that you had not been here in January. That's what the reminder was for.
So, and
That is,
thank you.
so that was my error and I apologize for that.
Well, let me go on further with that. I mean, I'll take part of the blame for this too, but if you look at our rules and regulations, okay, this isn't a Commissioner Chairman Van Dorn wants this done. This is in our rules and regulations. Our rules and regulations very well stipulate that expense vouchers will be in 30 days after the close of the month. And if they're not, they go to the Board of Commissioners for approval at a public meeting to be approved. And that's in our rules. So,
And
you
I
know,
understand that.
and I reminded, so I'll take part of this blame because I reminded Paul of that. And I said to Paul, I want to be made aware of anybody that doesn't turn in their expense sheets because we're going to invoke the rule. We're going to get these things in and get it taken care of. So he, and being the good employee that he is, called you to tell you that, you know, these rules are being invoked just because you didn't have your expense voucher in and he didn't know that. So, I mean, there was no harm done. He was just trying to help you out in case they were expenses to be turned in. So I'll take part of that blame.
Well, during my sickness, I want to give you some credit. You called me on at least 3 occasions, asked me how I was doing. Is there anything you could do to help me? I really appreciate that. Now, I called you short socks and I call you most anything comes in to my brain at that time. But I do appreciate things and I want you to know that. I really, really appreciate it. And I thank you for that. But, and I've learned something that I didn't really realize that they're supposed to be in within 30 days. So February's payables have supposed to be in by March 31.
Supposed to be, yeah,
Within
February,
30
that to be
days.
in by the close of March, yeah,
So you got a month to get it done.
right.
Okay, and I didn't realize that they had that little tail on it.
Yeah.
You know, and we've all been lax, I mean. But it really bothered me and I didn't say much to anybody and I imagine you guys wonder, what in the world is he sitting here at payables for? I haven't been to payables since I lost my job. And I truly enjoyed payables. There's no committee that I'd rather be on than payables. You know, and I don't want to be a tough nut, but I thought it was time to discuss it, so that's why I'm here.
Well, I'm glad you brought it forward and I'm glad that we had the opportunity to explain 30-day rule that is in our rules. And also the fact that it has to go to the Board of Commissioners after that fact, because I don't think anybody wants their expense reports aired in front of the Board of Commissioners. I mean, if they do, they can just not file them within 30 days and we'll make sure that happens for them, okay? But in defense of Paul and the Accounts Payable Committee, it's me pushing that rule so that, you know, they're checking with people just to make sure that it's in so that doesn't happen. But we appreciate you bringing it to our attention.
Well, it's, you know, I just, because I've been around payables for a good long time, I thought I knew every rule there was. Well, I learned about one today.
Sure.
And, you know, we always can learn, but and I do, I really appreciate what you did. You know, we have our differences and we're gonna have our differences. If I don't believe in what you're talking about, I'm gonna speak up.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that I can't treat you just as I treat all the rest of the commissioners.
Well, and we appreciate your service to the county, Ralph. You do a good job, so thank you.
I guess that's it, so.
I'll just offer one comment. You weren't alone. I received this February 25th. Hello, Commissioner Martis. As we are approaching the 30-day time frame for January's expense sheet, I'm putting out a friendly reminder that your January expense sheet has not been received. Thank you and have a wonderful day. That's twice he's done that to me in a year, and I thank you.
So,
Kevin doesn't want to be on the Board of Commissioners agenda, so.
Not for $42.
Is there any other business to be brought before the accounts payable? Any public comment? I don't see any public here. If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Support.
I have a motion by Commissioner Martis, supported by Administrator Murphy. All those in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. We are adjourned.